Hey, hello Spurs fans. It's Paul the Hotspur Hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I just had to quickly check my t-shirt because I've got one that looks like this, but it's got swear words on it, so it's all right. This is a harmless Venice Beach t-shirt. Anyway, I hope you're all well. It's time for... Well, Aston Villa stuffed it against Manchester United, so the mighty Tottenham Hotspur, by far the greatest football team the world's ever seen, are fourth, clear fourth. That's the end of that. Where's the button? There we go, hello. Well, I see Kim's had a comment there, and you know what, I had a good old morning, first day in the car for quite a while where it went really well this morning, so I felt nice and relaxed taking a nice break. Over the last couple of months, it's been really, really hard to do that. I'm petrified of switching the thing off and missing jobs. But today was good, so I was nice and relaxed. Sun was out, beautiful day. And, because I was following Celtic a lot, I do get stories about Celtic coming in, and it just dawned on me the difference in Celtic between under Brendan Rodgers, both before and after Ange when he was up there. So usually when I do one of those videos, I just switch the camera on and just start talking. And now and then I look at the timer, see if it's like, it's 4 minutes. I've got to keep talking. But today it's like 12 minutes. It's like, I better shut up now. But I saw a load of nice comments from people. I was reading them as I was driving around. I really enjoyed reading them. Nice to know there's some like-minded souls still left in the world. It needed to be said. There's not enough magic out there. There's not enough people talking about football in terms of joy or emotion. It's all bloody aggro and dissecting the wings off a fly and looking right down at the detail and looking at data. And football ain't about that to me. It never has been, and it never will be. And I think what's happening is this has happened in all sorts of things in the world. They've tried to look at something successful and codify and quantify it and write it all down. And when you do that, that just doesn't work. That doesn't work. You can't do that. But doing that will get you success. Possibly can get you success, and there's a confusion between the two things. Trophies and greatness are not the same thing to me. I just wanted to talk about that, but it's nice that a few people out there, because all I hear on the internet is, I talk in facts and I'm realistic and all that shit. I don't know what people are getting out of football, but it ain't what I'm getting. Speak of the devil is Kim62. Thanks very much for your comment, Kim. Hang on, let me just. My camera all right? I'll just give it a little boot. There we go. That should be a bit buttery smooth, is it? Hang on. Just wolf down a McDonald's double quarter pounder meal, just to keep my calories up. So what's Kim saying? Nice to see you, Kim. Member of the Hotspur Hippie coming. Great to catch you live, Paul. Yay! I listened to your video and wholeheartedly agree with your sentiment. Thanks. Yes. Unfortunately, we're called dinosaurs, but we're human beings, man, aren't we? That's the difference between us and flies is emotion. You don't get flies sitting looking at a sunset with teardrops in its like 5 million eyes, do you? We're not robots. Unfortunately, we're called dinosaurs as the game has moved on. Has it, though? I know what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, and technology and stats are the future. It's going to be a pale imitation of what it was. And you need dinosaurs in the game like Ange. The way Ange talks in press conferences. You can, when someone asks him, is this midfielder a 6 or an 8? He just says he's a midfielder. Now, to educated football people, Ange, he's so naive, he doesn't even know what a 6, an 8 and a 10 is. No, of course he does. He thinks it's bullshit. A midfielder's a bloody midfielder. Stats of the future. Stats. But I'm glad you enjoyed it, Kim. Thanks for your support. Martin, another member. Evening, morning, Paul and commune. So all these pundits saying Ange should be more like Stan Butler. Hang on. No, Stan Butler. What? Hang on. I'm thinking of Blakey, Stan Butler. The thing I don't get about on the buses is, I mean, they weren't the most attractive blokes, were they? But they were always like shagging and stuff. I don't know. Times have changed, man. I don't know. I'll get you, Butler. Can now do one. Yeah. Got nothing to do with them. Nothing to do with them. And you hear, it's weird, isn't it? Because like you hear it, ex-players when they talk about the good teams they've been in. They always talk about things like team spirit and maybe discipline and things like that. They're not talking about diets and numbers, but yet when they do their punditry, often that goes by the wayside a little bit, doesn't it? You know, just to fit in. I don't know, to be relevant maybe or something. I don't know, man. That quote I used, Brian Clough, that was when he was, he'd just been sacked from Leeds United. And he was, I think it might have been the same day, he did an interview on the TV. And I don't think he realised that Don Revie would be in there as well. And you could just see they were so different. I mean, I'm not saying that Don Revie wasn't a great manager for Leeds either, but just different ways of looking at things. Brian Clough was a dreamer, and that's what he said. I believe in fairies at the bottom of the garden. I want to win the league better than you. That's what he wanted to do. Aiming high. Our own Bill Nicholson. Better to fail aiming high. Hello, my man. Hello, Mark. Did you know Spurs have scored 5 injury time goals? Is that right? Little old vulnerable. We keep losing games in injury. I saw a good article actually by Vince, friend of the show, Vince Rigari, who I picked up from the airport once, and he recognised me. I'm not saying anything. He recognised me before I recognised him. But he'll be coming on when he publishes his book about Ange in August. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe let me see. News. Okay, so he wrote this for The Age. He's a Fairfax reporter. Another late winner, so Spurs have captured the essence of Ange ball. Vince has been, covering Ange since, I don't know when, maybe even Melbourne, South Melbourne, Hellas. But I'm just having a look here. I can't find the relevant bit. I can't be bothered looking for it now. But he pointed out this is just what happens with Ange's teams. Because we're playing to the whistle, we're going to score and concede. And as time goes on and we get better, we're just going to concede less. That's it, And Brennan Johnson has 4 goal contributions in 7 games. Again, I don't know what the drama, what the fuss is about him. I thought for him to do that fit. I mean, I've seen comments, man, saying, so Brennan Johnson scores a tap in and he's brilliant. Look, to do that in that circumstance, man, it's amazing, amazing. It wasn't he had to get into that position in the first place. And, I know I would have taken a swipe at the ball and missed it or sliced it wide or something. So, yeah, I like Brendan Johnson. Well, why not, eh? Martin, the mighty Spurs are now second outright for scoring in consecutive Premier games with 36. Gooners hold the record with 55. Yeah, I don't want to talk about Arsenal winning 6-0. That's it, I've mentioned it, that'll do. Ange will be going for that. Oh, the Gooners hold the record with 55. Ange will be going for that. He'll be just playing our football, man. That's what he's going to be doing. And if we pass 55, we pass 55. Stellan 56. What a nice surprise. Shamu Van Woo, double down. Double quarter pounder. Gnarly. Yeah, I know. It's not the right ratio between beef burger and bread, but, you know, when I'm on the run, I need to eat food, so it's an easy thing to do. I was having a McDonald's during your stream last night. There we go. I mean, it's all right. It won't kill you. Well, you know, in moderation anyway, you know. Adrian Cheer, YouTubers are too into the punditry trap where they feel pressured to sound clever. I just think, I don't know. Well, I don't know what to say, man. People auditioning to be on Talk Sport. It's like either that or they're just, and I'm talking about not Spurs channels here, just deliberately just talk shit just to get people watching, like Rory Jennings. You know, they just make shit up. They don't even believe it themselves. Football's better than that, isn't it? Football deserves better than that. Really does. I mean, all this stuff, you know, data and all, what the bloody hell was football about for the first, I don't know, say the FA Cup started in 1881. The first 120 years of football were irrelevant shit then, was it? Nothing good happened. It's all better now. Don't know about that, man. Football will prevail. Adrian Cheer, maybe your views will increase exponentially if you start sprouting XG and XGA. If that's what it takes, then I'm just going to stay with the number of subs I've got, man, because there's no way I am doing that. The only way I'm going to grow this channel is by being me, and that's it. And that means no Manscaped adverts telling people to shave their balls. Do I look like I'm a man? No. I mean, can you believe? I mean, my credibility would be gone then if I suddenly. I'd just like to take 2 minutes to talk to you about this exciting new product that I'm getting paid to talk about. I ain't doing that, man. Martin, I loved the comment from Ange about the supercomputer changing in a phone box. Brilliant, brilliant. He's one of us. He's one of us. He doesn't know all this. I mean, he kind of knows, but he knows it's stupid. What is a supercomputer? What is it? It's dumb. Computers, you know, Terminator, and like the idea of Terminator was that Skynet became self-aware. No, computers don't need to be self-aware. They're just running everything anyway. They're not thinking. They're not sentient. They're telling us what to do. They tell me where to drive my car every day. They tell people when to have a glass of water. They design things, you know. There's this thing that's opened in Sydney that's called the Rozelle Interchange with a series of tunnels. And like, I mean, what do I know? But I knew it wouldn't work. But, you know, some kid with a laptop and some computer model of cars, you know, look at this. Woo! Like people drive cars like a computer, and it's a complete shambles. But when you see it, you know, it's like a thing in humanity at the moment. If the computer says something, it's got to be true, isn't it? I used to work in IT. I know how much bog and spac filler and poly filler and duct tape is holding the whole shit together. It's arse. King 62. I think a cockatoos are going home. I don't know if you heard that. Great big one just flew past the window. The one thing as a fan, says Kim 62. The one thing as a fan, the above is true, but we need to see it played free-flowing, or as I know, push and run. Being excited and feeling good, coming away feeling on top of the world. That's it. If you don't get that, Kim, if people aren't getting that, what is the bloody point? What's the point? You know, I heard a discussion, it was a while ago now, where they're debating what's the point in competitive football. And they're all saying to win and trophies and all. Oh, God, they're totally missing the point. Totally missing the point. Why do people support Dagenham and Rentbridge? You know? They get their own glory, don't they? They have their own fun. I'm going to check the fixture list because I want to go and see Gleysville and Ride Magic. I don't know if they're playing. I think they're playing at my local ground this weekend. I just feel like a bit of basic football, you know? Magic. Saturday, 17th of February. Oh, no, I'm not going to go there. 24th of February, that's it. That's the first one I'll be going to. Excellent. It's about it's being excited, isn't it? Putting posters up on your wall. Like these two. Look at these two. I show this the reason I picked this is because look at them. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, what have I called it? Because I've got all this doing automatic stuff. This thing, look at these two. They've knitted scarves. It wasn't a computer that did that. It was they sitting there. Oh, this will be cool. Wearing scarves with all the names going to White Hart Lane. What motivated them to do that? XG? No. Bloody wasn't it? Danny Blanchflower and Bill Nicholson. That's what it was. Edward Y of Oz, the same shit from UK pundits. Oh, these are the ones I'm talking about mainly. They're mainly. I don't actually see any Australian pundits. None, because it's they take the coverage from overseas. I.e. Angie's naive, no plan B, no game management. Well, we can add to the list Brighton on game management, can't we, Edward? These are the teams that have tried game management against Tottenham Hotspur that I might even not have got all of these. And they lost the game. So we got Brentford, Sheffield United, Luton Town, Liverpool. Don't forget Liverpool. And Brighton. Did I say Brighton twice? Brentford, Luton, Sheffield United, Liverpool, Brighton. 5. Quarter of the Premier League has tried to do game management. All failed. And not once have I heard any pundit anywhere saying, see, game management's a load of shit, isn't it? Don't work. Why are you playing for a draw or playing to hold on? Oh, I just got a ringing in my ear. Hang on. Unusual. Like that bit in Superman where there's a secret message for him from Lex Luthor. That's Superman 4, the crap one. It's all right, it's going now. There we go. What was I talking about? Yeah, they never say, oh, well, see, game management, winding down the clocks is pointless. Pointless. That, to me, more than anything, that spoke volumes when Manchester City, from a winning position, I mean, we couldn't break them down, but they did that against us. They're 1-0 up. They're the supposed best team in the world, and they take balls to the corner flag. Fuck that. Absolute cretins. Terrible. Terrible. We ain't doing that at Tottenham Hotspur, man. Never. Not on Angie's watch, you know. Mark N, we had 60 points last season, that's right. And scored 70 goals. I think we have 51 goals without Kane and 14 games left. Yeah, like if we win all our games, we can get 89 points, which won Manchester City the league last year. Let's do it, Tottenham. You're good with the old stats here, Mark. I'll have to think of something when you come up with some of these stats. Leave it with me, son. Martin, that wasn't a tap in from Johnson. Oh, I was sitting in line with it. Nice one. And he had to run his bloody arse off it. You know what that kind of reminded me of in a way? Him doing that. It was Brian Clough and Nottingham Forest. It was Trevor Francis in the 1980 European Cup final against Malmo. And he said, when he saw John Robertson running up the left wing, he knew he'd better bloody well get his arse on the far post. And that's what he did, and he scored. So Johnson knew That's what he had to do. That was his job. And he did it perfectly, man. Perfectly. A beautiful, beautiful ball into Son from, I think that was from Richie. Son. I mean, that was a crazy ball to Johnson. You know? Brilliant. Buster got to get in the box and showed composure with the strike. It was great. Shamu Van Der Vu, you heard it. Oh, it came over. I might, you know, I've thought of this before, just putting, like, I don't know if I've got a cheap microphone, but because I can plug loads of microphones in, just have like an effect ambience microphone. Although, you know, when people come out the pub, I just want to talk to you, fuck off. I don't know if I want that sort of stuff on the stream. Brian Clough says Stellan's at 56. Brian Clough had back-to-back Champions Cups, yeah. Watched a bit of the Malmo game last night. A little dull, but good to see Brian. Yeah, it wasn't the best of ones, but I'll tell you what, if you do want the 67 Celtic against, I think, was it Inter Milan? That's a game and a half. That is a really good game. That Celtic side were really good, really good. I watched that, I don't know, about 6 months ago. So, yeah, Celtic versus Inter Milan at Lisbon. Brilliant game, man. Ollie Trim. Hi, Paul. What do you think of the league introducing the blue card? Are you new here, mate? I like what Ange said. Other sports are trying to streamline. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. Football's just trying to make it more complicated. Look, I think, see, IFAB is something I'd never heard of until maybe a month ago. I didn't know who they were. Didn't know who they were. Apparently, they were formed in the late 1800s. They are kind of the guardians of the rules of football, mainly, the home countries. England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, because they didn't let Republic of Ireland in. And FIFA, I remember. So, you know, they made little changes here and there. And a lot of the time, I think it was for the good of the game. I've forgotten where I heard this. All merges into one in my memory, but someone was talking about like the rule change to stop passing back to the keeper and the keeper picking up. I remember Liverpool used to do all that. God, it was a wind up. So that, you know, things like that. But now IFAB seem to be front and centre. They're too visible. I don't think they should be visible. They're justifying their existence. They're innovating for innovation's sake when football doesn't need changing. And like, the thing I like what Ange says about it, because no one says this. No one says this. That football isn't perfect. Part of the appeal, you know, of football is it's a bit shit. You know, it doesn't go your way, and there's variables and things like that. It's not clinical as such. But I don't think that's a cool thing to say because, I don't know. I think the further up the socio-economic ladder you go, getting on a bit hippie here, the less you can deal with grey areas. Because the people that go up the materialistic pole, generally, I mean, I'm talking wow, I'm not just talking about, you know, mum and dad having a house and all that sort of, you know, but, you know, when it, you know, portfolios, fuck's sake. There comes a point, I think, where you just lose a bit of empathy. Or rather, maybe people that get to that position don't care about other people in the first place. And people of that mentality, when you have less of a conscience, you have, or less empathy, you have less imagination. You can't deal with unknowns and what can be. You have to define it, you know. It has to be black and white. Black and white thinking is a real symptom of a lot of personality problems. And I think there's a lot of that going. And when you have organisations, any organisation in the world, you know, FIFA, I mean, we've seen FIFA and UEFA full of corruption. Anytime you've got a power structure, you're going to get a dickhead. Because dickheads like telling other people what to do. So oh, I'll do that. And they can't cope with the fact that You know, some referees will give a handball and other ones won't. Some might see it, some won't. It has to be defined, rigid, black and white, because their brains can't cope with it. Everything has to be controlled to fit in with their mental models. I think there's a bit of that in there, you know. I heard the head of IFAB talking about, like, football's got this huge discipline problem. Like, players are just like the Wild West, you know, just getting their cocks out, doing moonies, punching refs. What a load of shit. I can't. The situation he was talking about was, you know, things get heated, then the referee can just call a timeout, so he could put a fucking gambling ad on the TV. You know, timeout for 10 minutes so everyone calms down. I've never seen a game where that was necessary. Never. Because the referee could just dish out yellow cards, red cards. That'll sort it out. You get too many red cards, game forfeit. Done. That's it. You're not fit to play. So the blue card is, it just adds a nut. You know, the more they try and define and codify things, the more grey areas they're introducing, aren't they? VAR, there's loads of bloody grey areas in that, because no one knows what a fucking handball or offside is anymore. This would be another one, blue card. So, you know, they're flat out not knowing what a red or a yellow is. So with the fact we don't know what exactly, we can't say exactly what a red and exactly what a yellow is, let's fix it by putting in one sort of in the middle. A blue card? Give him a brown card for IFAB. They've lost the fucking plot. They've lost the point. The plot. That's what Angela's saying about who's the custodian or guardian, who's looking after the spirit, the soul of football. There's fucking no one, because they're all in the trough, aren't they? Flying around on private jets, having fucking seminars. Makes me sick, Ollie. I hope I've answered your question. Welcome to the channel, man. Kev Knight. Morning, Paul. Just back from dropping the car off for surgery. Ooh, I hope it's nothing serious. I hope it's just an appendix. Another EGR valve. I know a little bit about cars, but I don't know what that is. Oh, yeah, the old EGR valve. I shouldn't. Oh, big job that. EGR valve, yeah, good with its feet, commanding in the air, nice turn of pace. Anyways, I watched your vid from last night. The one I did this morning, yeah, by the tree. It always helps when I'm by a tree as well. You know, if life's getting you a bit down, you don't know what to do, go and have a walk in some trees. You might have to drag yourself up and do it, but you'll feel better for it. I'm not telling you what you do. It's just a suggestion, you know. You do some great pods being sat under a tree. Oh, okay. I should read a line ahead, shouldn't I? I stamp all over people's comments sometimes. Always a good watch. Yeah, it felt good. I enjoyed doing that one this morning. Like I say, it kind of flowed this morning, and I went on longer than I thought I would. But I just wanted to get it off my chest, man. I wanted to get it off my chest. I want more people out there talking about football in this sort of way. Because if old farts and fuckers like me stop talking about football like that, then it's gone, hasn't it? So it might sound, in some respects, I try not to sound whingy, because I'm not whingy about it, because when it comes down to it, football is the fans. Bill Nicholson said it, football's the fans. We've got to remember that without fans, we wouldn't have professional football. So it's best to play what they want to see than what we want to do. You know, we've got to keep that flame alive. Otherwise, it's gone. It's not dinosaur. And all it takes, and I'm not saying this team might be Tottenham Hotspur, but it might be Tottenham Hotspur, is a team to show greatness that isn't stat-based, is just something else that gets people thinking again. You know, we're going down tram lines in football at the moment. And, you know, I think the best innovation is to do something different for the sake of it, that you believe in. And that's what we're doing. Whether it'll succeed or not, who knows? I think it will succeed. Makes me feel good. Better than watching bleeding Conte ball. Martin, football is about passion and belief, not stats and bullshit. That's what I mean, Martin. You know, if you don't have passion and belief, Why watch it? Why watch it? What's the point? I don't get it. Just to be angry? I don't know. What would you get out of it? I mean, I hear this comment from time to time. Oh, I want Spurs to win a trophy so we stop being banter FC. I don't give a fuck what other fans say. I couldn't give a shit. I think that's the worst bloody reason for wanting to win something. Because you're insecure. You want other fans. They ain't going to fucking give you any credit anyway if they're doing their job properly. I know I don't give any team any other bloody credit. It's us and them. That's what football's about. So what makes people think, oh, if we win a trophy, suddenly, oh, all the other fans will go, oh, Tottenham, oh, you... No, they won't. Funny ideas out there. Mark N. Sam's cross was amazing. Unreal, wasn't it? Unreal. But I'm sure it was bobbling as well before he hit it. Yeah. He's just getting used to the Ange way of doing things. Yeah, well, I think he is used to it now. Mark, I think he got used to it before he went to the Asian Cup. And I think he's just going to pick it up where he left off. You know? And the players, Ange is clear. I've said this. I said it a few days ago. I'll say it again. Like when you're playing football according to a particular philosophy, and all the players know what's expected. I'm not talking about zigzag lines and all that shit. I'm talking about this ticker and intent to play your football, no matter what the clock is, no matter what the scoreboard is. Then when things don't go right and you don't do well, it's easy to analyse or, explain what went wrong, what you did wrong. And also to show that when you did do it, look at this, when you did do it right, we scored a late goal. But when you fart and fuck about changing and doing this and corner flag and shit, well, at what point did the wheels fall off? It makes it harder. The best managers are crystal clear. And quite often have very few words. Some are more vocal than others, but there's been several that are just, I'm Bill Nicholson. Bill Nicholson didn't go off for hours, did he? Keith Birkinshaw didn't. And Ange, you can see in the press conferences, sometimes he just doesn't want to be there, but he knows it's part of his job and he deals with it very well, like the supercomputer. Fans Radford, the real Spurs. But I'm going to beat you 5-0. 5-0 this weekend, not 3-1. Be up, Paul, another 5 3-1 wins. We will be up there for the title. Well, if we win our remaining games, all of them, we'll get what Manchester City got last year. That's the target. That's their target. Oh, yeah. Oh. I think visitors are approaching. That's right, folks. It's Mr. Florida. Hello there, man. How you going? Hey, from Florida, USA. Hotspur Hippie is king of hippie. Oh, I'm no one's king, man. I don't believe in all that stuff. None of that, man. No. But I appreciate the sentiment. Thank you very much, man. Shmoo Vandervoo. Is that a mosquito again? No. Shmoo Vandervoo. Blue card boring. I know. I mean, can you imagine that 10 minutes of one team parking the bus? And then the punishment, the guy comes on after his 10 minutes, fresh as a daisy. I'm back. I'm fully rested. I've had a bit of Lucozade, couple of Maltesers. All right, let's play ball. You're all knackered, aren't you? I'm fucking great. What a punishment. I mean, it's craziness, man. Craziness. We need a tie-dye card. Yeah, I reckon a brown card. Brown card, tie-dye card. Well, they were talking about the white card. I don't think that really took off, did it? The white card. You show a player a white card or something, a white card for outstanding sportsmanship. Kiss my ass. God's sake. See, this is what I'm saying. These people that are running the game, they don't understand emotion properly. Because we already know when we see sportsmanship and things like that. We don't need to officially recognised. Hey, Adrian Cheer, thanks very much, man. Super chat. Typical Hammers and Villa, yeah. Told, but Villa to fold, but turn it versus Spurs. Hang on. Oh, turn up versus Spurs. Well, you know, let's find out. West Ham, I put that as one of our not very good performances. Actually, I was in Tottenham, New South Wales. Got up nice and early to watch that in the pub. And, yeah, I wasn't too impressed with our performance that game. But those games were few and far between this year. Villa, we'll find out if they turn up, eh? We'll find out. I mean, we did play very well against Villa. We just didn't get the result. Bloody hell. Look at this. It's Chris. Hello, Chris, man. How you going? About Football TV. Hello to everyone. Welcome along. They'll need a woke colour card at this rate. I'm all for woke, man. It's deaf ears here, man. Lead belly, 1930s. We got to stay woke. In his song, was it Six Boys from Scarborough? Something like that. About 6 black Americans that were wrongfully hung for a crime they didn't commit. And he wrote a song and he said, we got to stay woke. That's where it comes from. So I'm as woke as all buggery, man. Woke as all buggery. I like it. More woke. All it is just being a bit more of a decent human being, I reckon. Meta footballs, EGR valves are a pain in the jacksie. I know, man. EGR valves. Yeah. Have mine changed. Not a happy bunny. Oh, well, I don't blame you, man. Hang on, we'll find out. What's an EGR valve? Why don't I know what an EGR valve is? I can't even spell EGR. What's an EGR valve? Greet the cookies. Is it exhausted? What? Oh, I can't be. No, I can't. Brain's not working, but oh yeah, EGR. Exhaust. E is for exhaust. Maybe. I don't know. Martin, hey, double dipping. Not only a Hotspur Hippie commie member, but give me a nice super chat. Thank you very much, man. From one true Spurs fan to another. Hang on, let's get some. I haven't had my nicotine. Where's my nicotine? Hang on, that's the secret, isn't it? I go crazy. That's us. Growing up in the 70s, everyone smoked. Oh, there it is. From one true Spurs fan to another, thank you very much. Peace and love, man. Peace and love. Thank you very much. Great. See the next. I kind of get confused there. Oh, well. Who needs half a bottle of whiskey where you just drive a car for 12 hours and just be completely buggered after it? Craig the Gecko, man. Evening, Hippo. Get your words right. Evening, Hippie. Evening, Craig. You're doing well on our Predict the Football competition, aren't you? I like that, man. Jonty in Motown. Isn't this the simplest thing? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's right. We need to keep on improving it. Keep on improving. You know, like you can keep on improving doing keepy uppies. That's something to work on. But improve football? What? What are they on about? I don't know where Captain Cockerell's gone. He's the Cyberball Supremo. He'll fix it. They're just justifying their existence as far as I can see, Jonty. IFAB, from what I read, historically, they'd have an annual meeting once a year, say, oh, yeah, everything's all right, and then just go down the pub. But now it's like, snouts in the trough. You know, and I hate when, I hate it when it's under the guise of making things family friendly. I really hate that because I started going to Spurs when I was 13, something like that. But there were kids there younger than me, and every kid loved it. They loved all the swearing. It's not like kids have never heard swear words before. You know, I mean, God knows what they're watching on YouTube and TV these days, or computer games they're playing. I mean, a game of football and a few people swearing in the crowd is chicken feed compared to that. No. What it is, it's not family friendly, it's posh friendly. That's what it is, posh friendly. Like, posh as shit don't stink. Like, they never swear. I'll tell you what they bloody well do. When I kick them out of my Uber when they're a pain in the arse, they go from, or they go mongrel. They go mongrel. You fucking, it all comes out then. It's just a veneer. It's just a facade. This civilised, what a old wank. Family friendly, fuck that. Kids love Biffo. Setting a bad example. Kev Knight, I'm guessing you're just old enough to remember pictures looking more like Quagmire's abs. Oh, bloody hell, man. Like, White Lane was supposed to have one of the best pitches, but our teams didn't come off with white shirts at the end of it. Like, it was covered in shit, especially like during the winter. Bloody hell, man. But, you see, that's another of those unknown things, isn't it, Kev? The state of the pitch adds a bit of randomness into it. You know, can't have that. It's got to be all carpet-like. That's what it's got to be. That will make football better. If football was so shit, how come it's the most popular played sport in the world? When at grassroots level, you don't need all this VAR, blue card, sin bin, nice pitch rubbish. People just get out and play. It's called playing football. It was many a goal when the ball didn't cross the line. I know, man. It just... Or it comes to the keeper and just takes a weird bleeding bounce. You know, they're ready with their hands and it just goes whoop. Because it was stuck in the mud. Those were the days. It was more fun, wasn't it? Pure football. And it's not. You know, I'll see if I can put this better. It's not a dinosaur opinion, and it's not kind of wishing for the good old days, because 99.9% of football played in the world is still like that. It's popular enough to engage people. So why do we sanitize it for this little bit at the top? It's crazy, man. Crazy. Hit the bar. They just want to make the game clinical. Well, you see, that's what they're trying to do, yeah. But you can't. The more you try, the more you cock it up. All you do is end up slowing it down. Like, what did you guys hear about the cock up in AFCON? Where what was it? So, I forgot. I think it might have been South Africa, Nigeria. I might have the teams wrong, so I'll just say South Africa and Nigeria as examples. But one team went 2-0 up, but then VAR found some shit that happened a few minutes ago for the other team. The other team had a penalty. So I asked this question a while ago. I know the answer now. If a team scores a goal, so they went 2-0 up, and then they're found to have committed a foul at the other end a few minutes ago, that goal doesn't exist anymore. Those minutes of play never happened. The other team got a penalty, it was 1-1. I mean, that's fucking insanity. Insanity. Football has always had controversy, but these mugs just going to ruin the game. All the times I went to matches, man, after the game, it would get probably, unless it was something like the worst one I can only barely remember. It was, I think we had a goal disallowed for offside against Arsenal, probably in 1985 or something like that. So that was a talking point, but you kind of move on. You don't worry about it. It's not usually the major talking point. Like when you get done and you lose a game, there's no, I don't know, there's not much of a compensation in blaming it on the ref, is it? Because most of the time you deserve to lose. These mugs are just going to ruin the game. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm having, the odd special team popping up. We haven't seen one for a while. We haven't seen some great play. Messi, I'm not keen on Ronaldo. I'm biased against him. But Messi, But I mean, you go back a few more years, the number of great players there were that were just not known to, not just known to football fans, but just known to everyone in the world. Everyone in the world. And that's not really there anymore. The individuality has been flushed out. You're sorry, yeah, hello, man. Evening point hippies, you can't stop progress. You can't stop progress. No new steps. Oh, no, it's the wrong one. That was the wrong Bill Hunter. Here we go. Let's combine association and American football so we can stop the game for 5 minutes every passage of play to get the decisions unequivocally right. And then, just to make sure, you could have a big meeting afterwards and review everything that happened in the week's games, and then just reverse things and change things. So you never fucking know what's going on. Oh, you know, all this shit going on about FFP and like having hearing dates after the season's finished. Ah, why? Hey, it's Britain's favourite taxi driver and playwright. There he is. Morning, 2008. When was last time Aston Villa versus Everton or Newcastle win something? Morning, 2008. When was the last time Aston Villa, right? Aston Villa or Aston Villa, Everton or Newcastle win something? I agree, Alan. Not you, it's me. Lenny Vial, I saw your comment today, man. You're the one who played against Ange, aren't you? Was that right? You actually played against Ange. Sorry, the names on the comments merged into one. Sorry about that, but I did read your comment, man. It was great. I'm all right. You played against Ange in the old NSL when football was. I mean, I don't know what the standard was like, but it was more fun. There you go. There's another example of clowns screwing up football. Football Australia or whatever they're called. The A-League. Yeah. Let's kick out all the people that care about the game. Idiots. My 14-year-old daughter loves you, mate. She says to tell Paul, don't stop. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Are you kicking a ball around like your old man? Stay crystal clear with the vision. That's it. Thanks very much. That's cool. Alan Bennett, Dreamo-meter. Right, well, there's no movement on one side because we beat Brighton last year in that fixture. On the other side, it's crept up to 74 points on the pro rata. So there's not really a lot to report on that one. I'll wait till something happens dramatic. But thank you. There we go. Adam McFarlane, loads of teams don't win nothing. Well, that's right. So how come they've got fans if it's all about trophies? It's not. It's about emotion and glory. Glory. Every team can have glory. It doesn't have to be the European Cup. It could be beating your local rivals for the first time in 5 years or so. You know, anything. It could be, I don't know. Brain's foggy. Bit of Super Bowl talk. I saw Jacob having a rant about the Super Bowl. He was convinced that the Chiefs were going to win because of Delta Goodrum, and he turned out to be exactly right. I like what he says. He says we all have to drink out of cardboard straws so that Taylor Swift. Did I say Delta Goodrum? Oh. So that Taylor Swift can fly around in a private jet to get to the game on time. He's right. He's got a point. Why are we all drinking in cardboard straws when these rich idiots are flying around in an aircraft with just one person and a pilot or something? It's just crazy. Ollie Trim, why does Ange keep coughing during interviews? That's a good question. I don't know, man. I don't know if he smokes or what. I don't know. He's done it God knows how long, man. It's not getting any worse. It's just always been like that, man. Yo, Sarian. I watched about 2 minutes of the Super Bowl highlights, and even the highlights were so boring that you couldn't even watch the highlight. Yeah, I'm not really into American football. I don't mind. You know, I used to watch a bit of the Super Bowl because I like, you know, sport at its highest level, I'm kind of I'm into a little bit. But I don't know, it's not just football. Sports just, I don't know, getting a bit, isn't it? Like Test match cricket, couldn't give a shit about it. I used to really enjoy it, but now I don't care. Don't care. Adam McFarlane, now time is coming on, you Spurs. That's it. That's it, man. Belief. Football is all about belief. Kong of the Apes. We need a rainbow. Oh, come on, man. No. I'm not having that. Not having that. Come on, dude. San Antonio Hotspur. Lol. Never forget the Alamo, man. Adam McFarlane, see, I've got to, if people start typing shit like that in, I've got to try and read the comments ahead. So, do I have to spell this out? I know some people don't like all this shit, but that's the way it is on this channel. No racism, homophobia, transphobia, ableism, all the isms that some people go, oh, I can't say anything anymore. Of course you fucking can. You can say more than you could say 30 years ago. It's just you want to say fucking horrible things. So none of that here. None. Not having it. I don't care if you're joking. Fuck's sake. A friend of mine, I'll put it this way, a friend of mine, and this applies to all of these sorts of things. A friend of mine, European background. There's a word here. Please don't type it in the chat because it's way repulsive in England, this word. There's a word that gets used in Australia for Europeans, right? And white people, Anglos like me, are in the habit of using it as a jokey thing sometimes. And my mate hates it because his point of view, and this spell, it makes it so clear. If you don't understand this, right? If someone says that to you, even in a joking way, what is your comeback? What's your comeback? You've got nothing. You're down. Your status is down. Like if I call someone, something, what are they going to call me? Some white something. Oh no. Like I've experienced getting kicked in the head while they're shouting that. It's not happening. It doesn't mean the same thing. So please, I don't want to bang on about, the first time I've probably banged on about this, but none of that. None of that. Let's all be cool, man. Adam McFarlane. Super Bowl is a shite load of pussies running around with protective gear. Oh, all right, well, you're verging on sexism there, but yeah, all right. So fucking hell, people. God's sakes. You can put things in other ways. You can just say it's crap. There's more in 24. We train riders, DG. 2 tie-dye cars equals 5 minutes of opposing teams' players who commit fouls. Hang on, what? 2 tie-dye cards equals 5 minutes of opposing teams' players who commit... Oh, God, man, this is all confusing for me now. Oh, okay, all right, mate, all right. But maybe that wasn't me, eh? 2 tie-dye cards equals 5 minutes of opposing teams tripping on the sideline for committing fouls. Well, oh, God, yeah. See, I'm so innocent. I thought you meant tripping as in something else. Yeah, why not? Maybe you could, cut the cards up into little... Oh, I can't go no further than that. Yes, Arian, a mechanic could tell me my car needs its vulva replaced, and I'd have to believe them since I know nothing about cars. Well, they oh, fucking hell, man, this is going down the toilet quickly, eh? Hey, Matthew, let's raise the tone, Matthew. Oh, Brennan Johnson's a fraud who will not perform when he starts. Bullshit. Bullshit. Hit the bar. IFAB, just trying to be relevant. Okay. All right, getting me out of trouble here. Thank you. Thank you, Hit the Bar. He's probably put some fucking slur at the end of it now that I haven't read ahead. No, we're all right. We're cool. Next, the players will be doing TikTok dance videos during the game. That's right. Well, maybe, well, they do this sort of, They do this dumb stuff in what's it called, Formula E, the electric cars. They're like it's not like Formula One. They don't even look like Formula One cars. They're little dinky toys with batteries in them, and they have gimmicks in this thing, like they have a fan boost, so all the fans, I don't know if it's an app or Twitter or TikTok or something, they can say who their favourite driver is, and they'll get a 50 megawatt boost, so they can go a little bit faster. I mean, that's it, isn't it? It's coming. Sorry, I love when the kids play and they don't argue whose throwing it is. Isn't that amazing? It kind of just sorts itself out, isn't it? It's self-policing. You're right. I can never remember. I can't even remember. Like, when we used to play without referees and stuff, it was never... I think the longest discussion would be, because you want to get on with the game. You don't want to stand there and fanny around, fart around talking. And you see, you've tainted me, you buggers. You don't want to fart around, why would you bother arguing over a throw-in or even a free kick or something like that when you could be playing football? That's the point, man. That's a good point, actually, Asarian. Very good point. Alan Bennett, on Saturday's my birthday. 50 years being a Spurs fan. Wow. Happy birthday, man. Well, you've seen some good times then. 50 years. Oh, you've seen relegation as well. That was the first year I started following Spurs. Well, their results anyway, Division 2. I thought we were brilliant because we always won. Congratulations, Alan. GK Clarkey. Eventually there'll be no refs, just a computer. Yeah, mate. I know, man. Making decisions and a buzzer going off to halt play. You're right. It could happen, couldn't it? Because people think, oh, computers are great, AI is great. It's not. It's all shit. It's all shit. It doesn't work. It's crap. Keeps breaking. Haven't people heard of quantum tunneling and mechanical failure? It's not like a computer chip or RAM or something doesn't ever break. Weird shit happens in computers. I'm telling you, it does. And a buzzer going off the halt play, turning football into a computer game. Yeah, well, at least I've seen some good days. I feel like this about a lot of sport, actually. Like Formula One used to be really good. I mean, it's okay now. It's better than no Formula One, but pale imitations. That's why I want to go and see my local team play, because there's going to be none of that crap. The only downside is it's Australia, and there's a bit of a fad over here for plastic pitches, so that's going to be something that's going to do my head in, possibly put me off seeing games. I know when my kids my youngest daughter still plays. Bit Steve Perryman angling all about her, and yeah, I remember one time I forgot where it was, but they had a game on a plastic pitch, and there was this like council person, and I was looking at this pitch like shaking. I don't know if I was shaking my head, but I was just staring at it, just forlornly going, "Oh, what's going on with the world?" Because there's a sign that says, plastic pitch. Make sure you don't wear too much sun cream. Basically don't have anything that's detachable from you, because you can't. I mean, I suppose maybe they hoover it up or something, whereas like a normal good old pitch, you got bugs and worms and shit. Lawn mowers. And a council person says, "Oh, I can see you're admiring our new pitch, all proud as punch." Like, fuck off. It's shit. What's wrong with grass? Kev Knight, Paul, I used to play league football back in the day. Nice one, man. Like many of us in here. Boy, oh boy, do I miss playing. My girlfriend always laughs at me when I say I could have scored that with my eyes closed. Well, at least you've got the what's the word? The credibility to say that. When I say it, it doesn't mean a damn thing. Doesn't mean a damn thing. Cam Tinley, why do people think criticising our own players is constructive? Yeah, look, I think there's a, I mean, everyone's got their breaking point. I know what you're getting at, man. Like me, it's more of a kind of an attitude thing than a skill thing. But look, I mean, even I'll be critical of players like Pierre, Ben Davies, and Oliver Skip. They're the last three remaining for me. But I try not to go overboard. But when you're talking about someone like Brennan Johnson, who's just walked in the door, or a lot of people are in the habit, man, of criticising now good players, like the amount of Romero hate and Sun flack. Why? I don't know. But I don't know if criticising or praising our players on the internet, I don't think it really does anything anyway, man. But maybe just, I don't know. It's it's for me. It's more just the tone of the internet thing. I like Tottenham, and I like to go and watch fan channels. They have a bit of a giggle and a laugh about Spurs and things like that, and it's often not a giggle. It's often it's not like the players are taking any heed. I don't think they're listening to this or anything. But I know what you mean. It can get. I think everyone's got their point, but I think some points are way too easy to cross. Adrian Gia, how come you got a straw with your Coke? Max stopped giving us straws but still charge us more. Oh, it's a cardboard straw because Taylor Swift has got to fly her private jet, So, I'm paying for her carbon credits. How do you drink? What do they do then? Well, you just drink it out of the cup, do you, or something? I don't know. I suppose that would be the logical thing, wouldn't it? You don't shove it up your arse, do you? Hit a bar, you know where this is heading? They want the European Super League and then the game is dead. Big 8 clubs and then the rest become feeder clubs. Oh, God, here we go. I heard something about Spurs having a feeder club. Oh, man, so I'm just dead against it, man. It's all about the money, Paul, yeah. But it's like, I don't know if it's sustainable. You know what I mean? It's like, say this, the European Super League happens. Are people going to really enjoy it? I don't know, man. I know they'll get the TV rights, but, I'm not going to watch it. Why don't I watch that? I'm flat out watching any football apart from Spurs anyway, so I'm not a good example. But, I mean, I know the European Super League is definitely about the money. There's this big football pie, and they're all ravenous beasts. No, I want that pie. There's nothing about the good of the game at all. Nothing, man. Nothing. Shameful. But I'm wondering if it comes to a point where, I'm sure this be happening in England already, where maybe you can't afford, like in the old days, to go and see the big club down the road. So maybe you pick a lower division side, something like that you can afford to go and see. I mean, if I was a kid growing up in London now, I wouldn't be buying a Spurs season ticket. But I could back then. I could, because it was 36 quid for an under 16 season ticket. It was 72 for an adult. How about that? Alan Bennett. What I was saying was Spurs won a cup in 2008. Okay, when was last time Aston Villa or Everton or Newcastle won anything? I don't know, but they've won. Aston Villa and Everton have won some good things though, haven't they? In the 80s, Newcastle, they won it. I don't think they've won anything for a while. I can't remember Newcastle, but it's been a longer. That's a good point, though, isn't it? That's a good point, Alan. Are their fans all going trophy mad as well? We want a trophy. We want a trophy. I mean, I'll tell you what. Some people sound like the biggest entitled toddlers. Why haven't we won a trophy yet? Oh, yeah, we need a trophy. I wonder if Aston Villa or Everton are doing that. Aston Villa won the league in the early 80s and a European Cup. Everton won the league a couple of times, some FA Cups. I wonder if they're as apoplectic as Spurs fans, isn't it? I won't bother having a look around at fan channels, but I wonder. I'd be surprised if Newcastle fans are like that, though. But Aston Villa, Everton, Ollie Trim. Is it true Spurs to come into Oz in May? I believe I heard something about. I mean, it's been a while since I heard that they were trying to do something in Melbourne. I don't know if it's been confirmed. I'll have a look at Tottenham's fixtures in Google. It would be up there. Because I noticed they did this last time. March, April, May. Doesn't say anything there. I don't know, man. But if they are, Melbourne, I'll drive to Melbourne. Definitely, I'll definitely go and see them. Unless like the ticket's £500 or something. GK evening, I'll probably somehow. I don't know. GK Clark, it's been a great season so far considering with a new team. Yeah, had lots of injuries, suspension and players on international duty is still challenging. We're doing better than I expected. Just the spirit about it. I knew the spirit had come, but I'm so excited about it. You can hear it you can see it. You know, someone left a comment on the video as well that I did today. And it's something I do as well. They'll watch the fans at the game. So I know Chris Cowlin does that, and We Are Tottenham TV, and other people do this. They'll video bits and bobs when the game's finished. I really enjoy watching those. I love it. Mark Cavill, how about whoever gets the blue card has to go in goal? And next goal wins. 3 and in. That would be hilarious, wouldn't it? That would actually be kind of fun, I think. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Just in a one-off exhibition game, maybe, or something. Yeah, but blue card getting 10 minutes rest doesn't make any sense to me, because your team's just going to park the bus and then you're going to come on with a fresh pair of legs. It's crazy. GK Clarkey, surprised they went with a blue card, thought they would have gone for a rainbow card. Well, they wanted to go with something distinct from red and yellow. That's why they didn't do orange. Something different, new, exciting, maybe trademarkable. I don't know. Well, Cadbury's tried to trademark the colour purple and they didn't get away with that, so I don't know if they'll have any hope for that. Ollie Trim, Vicario is worrying me. He's worrying you. Oh, Ollie, is he? He struggles with set pieces. When? What, two? Two set pieces? Because that's all I can remember. And his passing from the back was not ideal against Brighton. I noticed one that he didn't get right. There's possibly another one. But I think his passing out from the back is the best in the league, man. But hey, you see what you see. I see what I see. I think Vicario is absolutely stunning. He's best keeper we've had since, in a long, long time, as far as I'm concerned. 2 fantastic saves again against Brighton as well, When you do a save like that, it's as good as scoring a goal. Alan Bennett, I did laugh my arse Eric Dyer on Saturday. Did you watch the highlights? I didn't see much of the highlights, man. Or I watched are you talking about the Bayern game? Because I watched the highlights and they're like 30 seconds and it's just the shot, so I couldn't really see what was going on there. Is that what you're talking about? God, you cryptic with me, Alan. Andy, hi Paul. I played at Loftus Road. Wow. Was that when the plastic pitch was in? For a school, worst. Was it a QPR? Yeah, it was a QPR. Bobby Mims. Far out, man. That was embarrassing. Ball just rolled between his legs. I played at Loftus Road, QPR, for a school's final. That's exciting, man. I can tell you. It was terrible. Oh, right. It was a rainy day and no one could judge the ball, so it was the plastic pitch. Yeah, because they came in and then they... I think Luton had a plastic pitch as well, and then football just said, no, this is crap, and got rid of them. Worst game I ever played in. That's... that's what I wish my local side played on a proper pitch. because it's just concrete with fuzzy felt on top of it or something. It's weird, isn't it? Worst game I ever played in. You go for a slide tackle and half your skin comes off, and then someone from the council says, "No leaving your skin on the pitch." Plastic pitch, yeah, gotcha, man. Yeah, what's wrong with grass and mud? Kev Knight, I remember playing on one of those plastic pitches. I've never played on one, actually. Blimey, they weren't good. One game when I was in goal, I dove and burnt a hole through my kit and several layers of skin. I mean, and what I hear now is, oh, but they're better now. Are they or are they not called a plastic pitch? And like the thing about grass is, it gives, doesn't it? It's not just that it's, I don't know, maybe its friction coefficient is different, but if you slide on it hard enough, you're going to take the grass with you. The grass is not going to remain in situ and take your arm away. I mean, it is bonkers, isn't it? Cam Tinley, before Brennan Johnson goal, there were plenty of Ange out comments popping up in the watch-alongs. Oh, well, not in my... Well, I don't watch the comments when I'm doing my watch-alongs, but I didn't see any. I think we've got more... I don't know what the word is, crowd. Cool crowd in here. Ange out comments popping up in the watch-alongs. What's wrong with people? It's just... you know what I reckon it is? I think it's just a wanky little minority. That's what it is. It's a shouty load of little annoying narcissistic wankers. I'm generalising. But just angry little internet fucks. I don't think they're the ones that go to games or, care about the team. They just want to whinge about us. Something to whinge about, isn't it? I think, look at how many people are watching this now. 44, which is a lot for me. Thanks, everyone. But there's far more other people out there, isn't there? It's the same with those channels. Even if they've got like 1,000 or 2,000 or 10,000 people watching the stream, and they're all going, "Oh, this is all fucking shit." There's 180 million Spurs fans in the world, and I think most of them are happy. I think it's weird though. I don't know. Different ideas of supporting a team to me. Kev Knight, I'm sure the plastic pitches are much better now. This is what they say. Oh, plastic's much better now. Still fucking plastic. But back in the day, they were simply dangerous. Vaguely what I remember of the one that my daughter played on, it wasn't much. They were getting grazes and stuff. So they put Vaseline. I mean, this is a thing about modern society. Something's done or something's invented or changed, and then it's just a whole series of bloody workarounds to compensate for the new thing. And none of that makes it as good as the old thing. So plastic pitches, you slap Vaseline and shit all over your legs, and then the council person says, "Don't put too much Vaseline on your legs. Someone's got to clean that pitch." Just to compensate for the fact that it's linoleum, shredded linoleum. Up in Precise, Paul Alex Ferguson, former Manchester United manager, when asked, sod that old tosser. What does he fucking know about football? A mate of mine forwarded me this article. He's not going to say. He's Man United. Fuck him. There was a reason why I didn't include Alex Ferguson in my great managers, which might sound weird to people. He probably was a great manager and everything, but I don't know. There's something doesn't quite cut it for me, Doesn't quite cut it. Manchester United should be winning everything because they're the richest club, or were. I don't know. Oh, I've got a thing about Alex Ferguson. I don't know. Will Spurs ever win the Premier League? He said no. What say upon it isn't he being a clown? Yeah, he's just being a twat. He's irrelevant. Fuck him. Andrew Ackerman. Oh, he should have more respect, bollocks. Andrew Ackerman, are they going to have crayons in their sin bins? Well, how are they going to pass the time? Maybe fidget spinners. If not, Romero's going to get bored with the amount of time he's going to send there. Hey! I don't know if Romero's been getting any yellow cards recently, son. Peter Papa Dimitri, Scouser here, g'day. I'd like to hear Peter, how you fucking going? Well done on last month. On the last month, the Ange project has begun. I was also told from a reliable source that Ange was invited to Anfield as a guest. Don't you come in with that talk here, Peter, because that is one thing I am scared of. I admit my fear. I am hoping that Liverpool announce Klopp's successor sooner rather than later. I really do. Because, you know, if Ange left Tottenham, fucking hell, then we've got to do this. I heard someone say, some twat say, I think it was on Jacob's channel, that I only support Spurs because of Ange. No, if Ange left Spurs, then we just get behind the next manager, don't we? That's the way football works. I mean, I'd be gutted, but I'm still a Spurs supporter. Bloody hell, man. LD Batagol. It's nice when people talk about you behind your back anyway. The internet's a big place. People say what the fuck they want, can't they? LD Batagol. Didn't Newcastle win a Premier League when Alan Shearer last played for them? No. They came close, but they bottled it. Kevin Keegan. Oh, I'd love it if we beat him. He went nuts. He lost it. He lost his shit. They were miles ahead, and they blew it, man. They blew it. They choked, or something went wrong. Alan Shearer did win a premiership with Blackburn Rovers. Oh, look, you're all saying that there. Ollie Trim, do you think Harry Kane will ever win a trophy? Curse of Kane. The curse of Kane. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know, man. I have some thoughts on... My thoughts on Harry Kane change from time to time, you know? They really do. You know, you can't take away that he's a great goal scorer. I don't know. I'm not saying we're a better team without him or anything like that. But I don't really miss him. He was part of that leadership group at Tottenham. I think that's part of it. And that's probably why I've still, you know, I'm a bit biased against Pierre and Ollie and Ben, because they were part of the leadership group, and that shouldn't be a thing. Agitating. LD Batagol, Andy Chismate. All right. Guy's lazy in it. God, I've been going a while here. But, you know what? It's all right, isn't it? What time is it? 9:10. T-Board in G School. We'll play City, Arsenal and Liverpool in the last 5 rounds. Looks like we're dictating the title race. It could all come down to us. Well, maybe we'll be in the mix, maybe we won't. But we could be the anointers, couldn't we? Who do you want to do? Out of those 3, probably Liverpool. I mean, I don't like any of them because I want every team to lose everything all the time. I know that's not possible. But out of those 3, Liverpool. Yes, all right. Blue card equals put in the goalie gloves. Yes, move Vic into a holding midfielder position and we'll still do it. I reckon he could play anywhere, Vicario, couldn't he? Man, he times his runs up the pitch really well as well, doesn't he? I'm not clenching when I see him making a bit of a run, a bit of an excursion. LD Badical, I'm not sure of who makes up at midfield now. I'd say Maddison, Sarah, guaranteed spots. The last one should be Bis versus Bentancur, whichever is better for. What do you think? I reckon, based on the beginning of the season and based on the last couple of games, I'd be going with what we started with. So Maddison, Sarr, and Basuma, because that was brilliant. And it's up to Bentancur to win his place back, or impress as a sub or something like that. That's the state of the squad, isn't it? At the moment, you've got to compete for your place. I think Biss did all right when he came on. Actually, I didn't think Bentancur was terrible, mind you. I don't think he's a bad player, but he's got to, get in it. Cantini, not in your watch-alongs, Paul. Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't expect it here, man, because if people are too antsy on that thing, I've got no qualms about banning people. I like to keep the vibe pretty nice in here, man. But, I mean, that's just chomping at the bit from the start, isn't it? And there's a lot of Levy out stuff behind it. They don't want us to do shit. Well, I don't give a fuck about Daniel Levy. I really don't, because I hate all rich people. But I think people just want us to, want us to fail so they have a moment in the sun again, you know, and can start banging on that drum again. You know, 15 years of Levy out, and I get 10 supporters walking up the high road with them. What a success. And they call me delusional. Huh. Martin, Paul, are you doing a watch along for the Wolves game? I certainly am, man. 2 a.m. kickoff, that's it. I'll be there. Be there or be square, man. Well, it worked out really well last weekend. What I did was I worked my ass off during the day, and then I came home and just went straight to bed about 6 o'clock, woke up at 1 o'clock, so I was really nice. And that's probably why I enjoyed the game so much more than the week before. I was like fresh. It was good. 4, 1, 2, 3. They was winding you up. Cam, no Spurs fan asking. Oh, okay. Hit the bar. I haven't heard any span. Okay, well, you know, I've seen people allude to it, mate. I've seen people allude to it. There I hit the bar. Coover, welcome, man. Oh, it's an acronym. Oh, right, okay. Sir Alex Ferguson. I was thinking South Africa. What's Coover on about? There's a great manager. There's a great record as a manager, but he's no Brian Clough. Okay, so it's not a contract. Well, if oh right, I feel better because it's quite a. I've not really heard people say something like that before. So if Coover reckons it's okay, it's good enough. I feel better. Thank you, Coover. I feel a bit more validated. Yeah, there's something. He's no Brian Clough. Absolutely no Brian Clough. Brian Clough was fantastic. Best England manager that we never had as England manager because the FA had dickheads. Went with Ron Greenwood. Who's news? Alex Ferguson and Dick. Okay. All right. Yay. Rock and roll. Brilliant. Yeah, he's shit. He's rubbish. But there's something. Don't know, man. Don't know. Bob Down Under. Evening, Paul and Commune. I feel so much better. Thank you, Coover. Thank you, Hughes News. What, you don't know anything about football? Criticise this round at Ferguson? What a twat. Paul Tatnot, scoring late goals became Fergie time. We do it, it's lucky, and fans moaning. It's a weird old thing, isn't it? I don't know. Late goals to me are not lucky. Whether you're conceding them or scoring them. It's not luck. It's part of the game, isn't it? You know, what point does the luck start? You know, is it just injury time? Or are we going to go like 85th minute? Is that lucky? Like throwing the game away or snatching a game? 80 minutes? Where do you draw the, you know, it's meaningless. Goal's a goal. That's it. Wow. I think we've come to, oh, hang on. Hit the bar. Oh, Red-Nosed Fergie has been on the Merlot again and on that bombshell. It's time to say goodnight, folks. Thanks for keeping me company. I've been all ranty, but I felt like a bit ranty. Doesn't mean anything, does it? So, I hope you enjoyed it. That was fun. Thank you very much, folks. Into a perfect day. It's been a very good day today. I hope you've all had a good day. And if it's been shit, I hope tomorrow's better. Thanks to everyone who's watched. Thanks to everyone who's commented. And thanks to, we got some people chucking money at me. Which happens if I sit on a park bench looking at like this, you know. Here we go. What we got here? Thanks to Adrian Chair and Martin for the super chats. And by the way, I think about Alex Ferguson. I remember us banging Alex Ferguson's Man United 4-0. 1987. Fuck, what an afternoon that was. God, it's fantastic. Anyway, on the shelf, man. I bet Kuya was there for that one. Anyway, folks, if you've watched this afterwards, thanks for watching. I don't know why, but, you know, if it's distracting you from life, that's cool. And if you click like and subscribe, thanks very much for doing that. And if you haven't, that's all cool. Just watching it's pretty cool anyway. So I'll just say until next time. Peace and love, man. Peace and love. Come on, you Spurs.